Friday! It's Friday and it's always pizza and a movie night for our little family. Come along with me and I'll teach you how to make these delicious pizzas. I'm making 2 pizzas for Pizza Friday, and I'm making a pesto pizza with grape tomatoes, and I'm making a regular pizza, just cheese, and the other half I'm gonna add pepperoni because one of my boys doesn't like pepperoni and the other one is obsessed with pepperoni. So we do half and half, and then I'm gonna do the pesto pizza just for myself because I have to have a little special treat for myself since I'm doing all this work. So first, let's get started on the sauce. And my sauce is super simple. And all you're gonna need is a large jar of tomato sauce or tomato puree. I like the puree or the crushed tomatoes because it's a little bit more thick. So there you go. Then you're going to need a little bit of sugar. I like to add sugar to my sauce because it kind of balances that acidity from the tomato. Some Italian seasoning, and of course if you have fresh herbs you can use that as well, like basil, parsley, oregano, but I always have this on hand so it's perfect at any moment and they don't go bad, right? Or at least if you use them enough. Crushed red pepper, 3 cloves of garlic. If you don't like it as garlicky, then just use 2, but we like garlic in our house. A small onion or half of a large onion. Salt and pepper. And if you have this on hand, a little bit of basil pesto. So first off, I'm just gonna put some olive oil in my pan. That's nice and hot already, so I'm gonna add my onions. Cook that down until they're a little bit translucent, and then you'll start adding all the other ingredients. Now, time to add the garlic, some pink Himalayan salt, and that's about a 1/4 teaspoon. A pinch of red pepper flakes. If you like it spicier, you add a little bit more. Some pepper. About a teaspoon of this Italian seasoning. And a tablespoon of pesto, if you have it. Now time for the sauce. Gonna mix it a little bit, and then now we're gonna add some of our sugar. I'm just adding a teaspoon of sugar. Again, the sugar helps balance out the acidity and just gives it a nice flavor. And that's pretty much it. This pasta sauce just has to cook for a little while and it'll be ready for your pizza. My dough is ready. This machine just beeped. So while I was prepping all the stuff for the pizza, my dough was doing its magic in here, in my bread maker. I got this a few years ago and it's been a blessing. It's from William & Sonoma and I use the catalog's pizza crust recipe, and I even laminated it because we use it all the time. Maybe I should just attach it to the bread maker. What do you guys think? So the dough takes about 55 minutes and I don't have to fuss or do anything with it. And it's ready to go. And now all I have to do is roll it. So now time to roll the dough. Now, if you don't have a bread maker or you do not have time to make dough yourself, which you can follow, there's a bunch of different recipes out there that you can follow. But if you don't have that, you can just go to the supermarket. There's always pizza dough near the fridge areas where they have like cheese and things like that. And you can buy that, or you can buy like the frozen dough already, or you can just buy like pita bread and make your pizzas in there. We've done that and we actually really like it. We've also done it in naan bread as well, so you can do that. But since I have my dough, this dough is enough for like 4 thin crust or 2 thicker crust pizzas. I'm gonna cut it in half and I'm gonna make one with the half cheese, half pepperoni, and the other one is going to be the pesto pizza. It was bound to happen. This guy joining me again in the kitchen. Right, Dylan?
Yeah.
He loves cooking with mommy. It could be interesting. So now you're going to put some flour on the surface. I use parchment paper right now so that it didn't stick. And I'm gonna start.
Can you touch it? I want to touch it.
Yeah. Good thing that we washed your hands. So we're gonna like make it into a
a pizza.
Yeah, like a pizza. So I just start like picking it up. I'm just stretching it out, being careful not to break it. Of course, I'm not a real pizza chef, so I can't fling it up in the air or anything like that. Okay, so once you get it to like a good size, just by stretching it out, you're gonna wanna take it off the parchment. Make sure that you put some more. Your counter has been wiped off. Put some more flour. Move that out of the way. And now time to kind of roll it out.
Mommy, rolling it.
Yeah.
Faster, faster, faster.
Faster, faster. Okay, so I convinced him that he was done and he did a great job, so he left. So I tried to make my pizza not really round. I make it square so it can fit in this kind of a cookie sheet. So I guess you can say it's almost like a Sicilian, but it's not as thick as a Sicilian pizza, but it is the shape. So to my sheet pan, I'm gonna add some cornmeal so that the pizza won't stick. And a little bit of the flour. Not anything fancy picking it up, but and now time to make another one, and then I'll start adding all the toppings and assemble my pizza. But first, make sure that you preheat your oven at 400 degrees. So I'm about to assemble the pizzas, but I got a last minute request from the camera guy. He wanted me to add our leftover from Takeout Thursday because we had some meatballs, and we had some meatballs and chicken parm left over. So now I'm going to make half cheese, half pepperoni, half pesto for myself, and meatballs with chicken parm for my husband. I'm gonna make the pesto one first. I'm keeping it light on the pesto because after I put the cheese, I'm gonna do little globs of the pesto on top. I buy my cheese at Costco, this big, just Parmesan cheese, already pre-grated. This is like really the best choice. I used to grate it myself, but honestly it just takes too long, and this is much better. And what I do is that I buy the big bag and I freeze it, so it's perfect. It won't go bad. And with the tomatoes, now I'm going to add just little globs of the pesto. So you can kind of tell what this pizza is when people see it. There's no sauce in it, no tomato sauce in it, so this will show that it's a basil pesto pizza. Time for the sauce. The rest of the pizzas all go with my quick pasta sauce, and it smells so delicious. It's like garlicky and flavorful. Time to add the cheese to the rest of the pizzas. And my cheese is still a little bit frozen, so it's good because it melts better that way, I feel. For the special request, I cut up the chicken parm and the meatballs, and it's actually gonna turn into half meatball and half chicken parm. One last step before these pizzas go in the oven, and it's a drizzle of olive oil. I learned this from my local pizza shop that we love to eat. They just add just a little bit of that olive oil, and it makes it taste so good. So you want to put them in the lower racks, and then you want to switch out during half of the time. And I'm gonna set it for 14 minutes. Are you guys ready to eat your pizza?
Yeah!
And you're ready for the movie?
Yeah!
Let's get to it. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and check out some of my other videos. See you next time. Happy Friday!